I heard that. Do it again.
Hello everybody and welcome to episode 14 of the JStation podcast. My name is Joe.
I'm Jimmy.
I am Jamie.
We are three content creators from the UK, and today we're going to be talking about travelling, places we'd like to go, places we have been, and probably the travelling itself as well. We'll also be talking later in the day about, well, we had some users send in some sounds for us, some mystery sounds, and we're going to be trying to guess what they are and discussing them, see if we can figure them out. I believe we have the answers. We're going to reveal them afterwards, but beforehand, we're going to listen to them first. But before we do, Jimmy, if you could detach one part of your body, or I'd say if you could have one bit of your body that was reattachable, what would it be and why?
Oh, that's a great question. And there's so many practical uses as well. Right. Oh, man.
Can
Joe.
I ask a quick question about this question?
Go on.
Yes.
Can it be swapped out with another part, or is it just like only for you?
No, it's just yours. You can
Yeah.
take it off, but say, like, I have an example. If it could be my ear, I could take it off and still listen with it.
Right. So it still
So you could-
functions, but it's just
Yeah.
detached.
Yeah, it's just attached. Now you can put it back whenever you're ready. But obviously, if you were to put it into a different room, you can listen to whatever is happening in that room, and then you put it back on your head whenever you're done.
Such a really good question, because my initial reaction was like, oh, what if I took off my arm? Because then I have like twice the arm length if I ever need to reach anything. I was just thinking of like crap practical, but I was like, that'll never really come in handy. And then I was just like,
Nice
what
pun.
if... Nice. I didn't even think of that. And then I was like, what if I can take my head off? And then I can just like walk around headless, like the headless body of Agnew or Futurama. And then I can like leave my head somewhere. So I can literally be in two places at once. Maybe like I can be on like, I don't know, I could be on a Zoom call or a work meeting, Teams call, whatever. And then my whole body can just go off and do the dishes, you know, two places at once.
But how functional would your body be without its head? It can't see anything.
Oh, but you said you can take your ear off and hear anything.
Yo, your body can still move and do the dishes, but it's not going to have any direction.
I'd have to feel it out I'd have to pre-fill the sink before the meeting.
That's true.
Right.
Yeah.
And then get everything in
It seems like a lot of effort to go to do this. You might as well just do the dishes before the meeting, right?
Never. Well, look, so the hot water's there. I'll do it like a minute before the meeting. Then I go upstairs and plug my head down and put the headphones on the head, and then like walk out the room, fall down the stairs, take full damage, get up again, feel my way to the kitchen, hands in the sink, and then...
I would love to be a spectator in this, just watching you bumping from wall to wall, trying to find your way to the kitchen sink.
In my head, I don't take full damage. I'm living in a cartoon universe. So I could also throw my head around to see things higher, see from a different perspective.
That's true. That'd be cool.
I'd be a great Halloween decoration as well. Could you imagine just like walking up to my house and just like me in the garden like, hey! You want snacks? You just got tricked.
So yeah, your first trick would be booing with your face.
Yep.
And then when the kid's already scared, your body then barges out the door running at them at full pelt.
With no head. Exactly.
With no head.
I feel sorry for Jimmy's new neighbours when he moves.
Better watch out.
See, I was originally thinking when I thought of this question that I'd have like be able to take one eye out, put it somewhere, and I can always see what's going on in that one room.
Yeah.
But then I can't actually think of whenever I'd be able to use that, because you'd have to plan it beforehand. You'd have to know where to put it in advance for something that's going to happen in that room.
Yep.
I don't think you'll ever get to that stage.
You'd be a great international spy if you can get the peace back afterwards.
Yeah, that's true. It'd be handy for spying,
Yeah.
but I can't ever think when I'd need to do that.
Yeah, there's no safe, non-imaginary, practical solution to this, is there? Apart from like maybe taking your arm off for an extra bit of reaching distance.
That would be cool. And then also, if you took your arm off, it'd make spooning easier. If you're the big
God,
spoon.
yes. No, Joe, you're a freaking genius. That's actually brilliant, because I hate spooning only because I get pins and needles.
Yeah, the one arm that you're resting on gets dead unless you find the imaginary perfect spot for it.
What's even worse is if you fall asleep and then you wake up because the pins and needles is so painful, your hand physically feels like it's just lost all the connections to its nerves. That really sucks. I hate that.
If that arm still does get pins and needles, could you like take it off and then wave it around with the other arm to get rid of the pins and needles faster?
Absolutely.
Or Joseph, you just put it above your bed on its arm frame. Ready for the morning.
Frame.
Yeah, well, you got to put it away somewhere safe. You don't want to put it on the bedside table where the cats can get it easily, you know.
It's like
they're going to start
mantelpiece
eating
for your
it.
arm.
Yeah, exactly.
You could attach your nose and smell your farts right from the source.
Really enjoy your own brand.
Check if you've got sweaty nuts.
You know when you like go to the brewery and it's like, oh, it's brewed right here in Norfolk, and you're like, oh, perfect. Like, this is the freshest it's going to taste. That's exactly what you're going to be doing with your own farts.
Yeah.
Immediately as it happens.
What, have you burned
I
your
want to go
nostrils?
back to the eyeballs thing, though.
All right.
For me, that would have a practical use because I'm already blind. So I'd be able to move my eyes to something where I can actually see it. And yeah, like I could put my contact lenses in and then like move my eyes closer to the thing if I can't like physically get closer, but I can make my eyeballs closer. That'd be great. Or if I'm sat at the back of a classroom, I could walk up the front and like put my eyeballs a little bit closer and stare at it from there so I can see.
You mean your contact glove on, because there's no way a lens would like not stay on your eyeball.
Well, that's what lenses do. They stick to the eyeball.
Yeah, but like if you took your eye out, then you're going to be like touching that lens. You only want like the lens to cover your entire eye, just in case it like moves around or anything.
Like I see what you mean. Like almost like a glass case.
Yeah. Suspend it in liquid, I guess. That'd be the best way to do it.
Suspended in liquid.
That's what I go to school for. To see Jamie with his eyeballs at the front of the class and him sat at the back.
That's another thing. When are you going to be in the classroom again? You're going to become a teacher or something?
Oh, it was just an example, but it could be somewhere. There'll be somewhere with a whiteboard that I need to see at some point, no doubt. Or if I'm doing escape rooms, I could like use my eyes like to get into all the nooks and crannies. That'd be good.
It could be like no body augmentation allowed. You'd be like, oh man. You know, like at
Damn
the
it.
beginning, what they say, you can't bring in screwdrivers and undo the lighting fixtures.
Don't you dare have detachable eyeballs.
Yep.
I wonder how practical or how efficient your brain would be at picking up two different images. Like if you had one eye in one room trying to look at one thing and then your other eye in a different room trying to pick up something else, would your brain physically be able to make use of that information?
You know, this was actually brought up on the Distractables podcast.
Oh.
And because it's obviously not our property, I'll quickly dive into it and dive out again. So basically, there was a study that someone used mirrored glasses to flip his vision, and eventually his brain adjusted for it.
Oh, interesting.
So I'd imagine,
It'd take a while.
yeah, with enough practice, you'd get used to it.
I wonder if it would completely throw your balance off, though.
Oh yeah, for the first few days, it'd be an absolute nightmare. I guess if you still had like your eyelids attached to the eyeball, then you could just like close the
close
eye.
your eye.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Then
What was the transition back like? Like back to
Ooh.
normal?
I think it took once again like an adjustment period. I think it did flip everything again, but because that was the natural state, the brain knew what to do immediately.
All right. Well, now we know. Either way, to answer Joe's original question, for me, it'd be my eyeballs.
Nice.
I think I'm sticking with my arm.
Yeah, I'm
Gonna
going with my
see
head.
more uses with that.
Jimmy only wants to remove his head for Halloween purposes and nothing
Exactly.
else.
But if I had to pick a winner, it's definitely Joe's. Removing your arm for spooning or just sleeping in general for comfort. It's brilliant.
And then, like, being able to use it to double reach up a shelf.
Yes, especially for you, Joe.
If
Yeah.
I can detach my spine, will I stop getting backache?
Do you have backache now? You're not even
Yeah,
30.
I do. Yeah.
What was your question? I missed it.
If I could remove my spine, will it stop me getting backache? Because
Oh.
that would be really useful if I could just remove that just completely.
The thing is, if you remove your spine, you got to be really delicate about moving it because of all the nerves attached. Getting it back in would be an absolute nuisance.
Oh, yeah, of course, because, removing your arm doesn't have any nerves attached to it or anything.
In this
Your
hypothetical, I imagine you can take it out with any worry.
That was like a magnetic piece.
Kinda.
There you go. And it's off.
But I don't know if that would then cause the pain to stop. Your pain would just be elsewhere.
Damn it.
True. Well, you can pull your spine out and then you can analyze what's wrong with it and then pop it back in place and then put it back in, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Go on then.
Self-diagnosis.
Humans becoming modular.
So I'm
that'd
looking
be-
at this spine. I exactly know what's going on here. I can put this back in now. Fixed it.
I'm a back doctor. Look at me. I'm holding my own spine.
Is it possible in this hypothetical to remove your entire nervous system?
I mean, what? Like throw yourself off a bridge? Just to test the limits of your
Just
painlessness.
just remove it and then see what your pain tolerance is like then.
Well, you would have one. You'd be fine.
Although, but that means your nervous system would be touching something else and it'd feel all weird and tingly.
Ugh,
I imagine.
tingly.
Ugh.
That'd be exposed and painful.
Yeah.
You just have to hang it up somewhere. And then it'd just be the bit that's hanging.
Hang it up! Like on the back of your door.
Yeah. Or, yeah. From a hook hanging from the ceiling or something.
It reminds me of that meme, and it's just like someone sent a picture of like someone shedded their entire human body skin and hung it on the door. And it's like, what the fuck is that? It's like, don't worry about it.
Gross.
Do that with your
In one
nervous
piece.
system. Yeah, apparently. I think it's Photoshop, but it did look disgusting.
Interesting. I think we've talked about this topic way longer than I expected to.
It's such a good one. You can really get creative with that one.
Yeah. But I think we've got solid answers.
Right, so what's happening for the rest of the podcast, Joe?
Well, we're talking about travelling. Fun in the sun, we're going to call it. Well, assuming it's a summer holiday travel that you're doing.
That was the beta title, wasn't it? Now we're on just clean travelling.
Yeah, that's right.
I want to travel again. I miss the world. I would like to go to Tokyo again. This is no surprise. But I do, for the summer holiday purposes, I've never had a beach holiday. I've never been to like a bucket and sand bucket and sand location.
Bucket
Bucket and spandex.
Yeah. And I've never like lazed on the beach for like 3, 4, 5, whatever days and just ate and drank and got fat and then got on the plane home, you know? I've always like had the holidays where I've gone like sightseeing and been on adventures and done something different every day.
You telling me that you've never been just to the beach in the UK as a holiday?
I mean, I
you lived there.
Yeah, it's to say it doesn't count because I lived there and it's cold 99% of the time.
True.
And then because all my friends lived on the coast, they all hate the sand as much as Anakin Skywalker does. So I'd be like, let's go to the beach. And I'd be like, no, I'll get some of my shoes. And I'm like, oh, guess we won't go to the beach then.
It does get in your shoes though.
It do be
It
like
do
that.
be like that. Yeah.
Surely one of the first things you do when you get on the beach is take your shoes off.
Exactly, but then you got to get your shoes back on after you've been swimming and paddling and wet
Oh,
feet.
Joe, you're so
That's the hardest
naive.
bit.
Yeah.
You could remove any part of your body, and you'd get back in the car, and you'd still have sand on it.
Yeah.
It's just how it be do.
It is how it do be.
I've never been on a beach holiday specifically, like you said, one to just go stay on the beach for like however many days and then come home. We did an all-inclusive in, was it 2019, I think? Like with my family. We went on like an all-inclusive one to Palma, which was really good, but we weren't at the beach. The beach was near-ish, but we didn't really spend any time there. We mostly just went around and did like sightseeing and stuff. I don't know if I'd enjoy a beach holiday.
That's what I
I
was
like
gonna
going to
say.
the beach for a day,
Yeah.
but I don't know if I'd enjoy just doing that.
I couldn't
Unless
do a beach holiday.
it was maybe something like the Maldives,
Oh, yeah.
because
I get
there's
you.
other stuff you can do there as well, but you're still basically just on the beach.
So I want to try it to experience it, to know if I will like it or not. And
And
then
we've got big cashola that you can spend on going to the Maldives.
exactly. Well, not, even the Maldives, I'll like settle for Spain or the Canary. Well, the original plan was for me to go to an all-inclusive resort on in Tenerife, but
Nice.
COVID screwed that one up, so that ain't happening anymore. And then yeah, just we wanted to like just mong out and have infinite cocktails and infinite snacks and food. Just be like, the wedding stress is over, now we can chill, you know.
The fully inclusive we went to was, oh man, like just being able to just go up and be like, hey, I'd like a drink, please. And they're like, okay, here's the drink. No other transaction involved, just that. Oh, it's great.
Exactly. I'd absolutely take the piss and then
Yeah.
get pissed and then be pissed, throw up and go to bed. Rinse and
Nice.
repeat
And piss
7
the
days a
bed.
week. And pissed. No, that's Jamie's. Well, he throws up in the bed, actually.
I did throw up in the bed. We'll discuss that another day.
Stay tuned for Drunk Stories, episode 40. I don't know.
40?
Episode 14, we're there already. Hot damn.
Oh, yeah, we are. I thought it was 13. But where are you guys going to fly off to first opportunity you get? What are you feeling?
Great question. We really want to go. Me and Tegan kind of had this discussion recently-ish, and because she was like, "Where would you like to go?" I really want to go back to America, just because I do really like it there, and there's so many other states I'd love to go to because I've only really done like California and Florida. We only did California once when I went with Joe. I guess I did technically go to San Francisco for like a night with Dan when he was cabin crew. So I managed to just jumped on a flight with him to San Fran. But I'd love to go back, go to some like the other states that I haven't been to yet, Colorado included, of course.
Yeah.
I'd quite like to go to Chicago, mainly for the pizza, honestly. I don't know about New York really. I feel like it's not my kind of thing, New York, but maybe.
I would enjoy it for a small time, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could get a whole holiday's worth out of it.
Yeah. Canada's another one for me. I'd really like to go to Canada because I haven't been. Tegan really wants to go to Australia, and I would love to go back to Australia because I've only been once, and I'd do it again in a heartbeat. New Zealand's another place I'd love to visit as well because I haven't been. I don't care about like the whole like Hobbit stuff. All I care about is they've got a pretty wicked volcano up north, and I'd love to go see it.
Is it the closest volcano to space that isn't Mount Everest?
No, I don't think so. You can see it from space though, which is pretty cool.
Nice. I agree with a lot of that. I do want to like... America's like a chill one. I'd like to... I'm not fussed about it, but if the option came up, I'd take it. I really want to go to Vancouver in Canada, which would be amazing. Mostly for like all like the national parks nearby.
Yeah, I'd love to do that. I think Canada's probably on the wish list, high up. The thing with America trips, well, Florida trips, we've done it a few times before, but it's so cheap.
Yeah,
it's
time
so
to turn
cheap
down, isn't
compared
it?
to everywhere else.
It's
And actually, for what
disgustingly
it
cheap.
is, it's fantastic.
It is.
Like, I'd happily do that again. I'd
Yeah.
love to do the trip that Jamie and I did again, because we only spent like, barely 3 days in each place. We didn't
Yeah,
really
it'd be
see
nice to
much
go
of it. I'm
back
sure
and-
we barely touched it.
Yeah, I agree. Tegan wants to do Florida again to go back to Disneyland
Nice.
because I think she hasn't been in like a good long time and just kind of wants to do it again. And I've only been to, with you guys, Animal Kingdom in the Florida one, and that's all I've been to. So I would quite like to go back and maybe do all that, the rest of the parks.
So the thing is, I'd love to do that, but I don't know if I could. It'd have to be the same as what we did last time. Maybe do it for a day. If Amanda's coming with us, she don't like rides. It'd be wasted, really.
Leave her at home.
Yeah.
Well, that would be. I don't know if she's listening to this right now, but if she is,
Leave her at
no,
home.
we can't do that. If she's not listening right now, great idea.
No, but the thing is, like, even if you don't enjoy the rides at Disney World, you're in Disney World. Like, the atmosphere itself, like, is almost like worth the value of the ticket. When you see the characters walking around, for some reason, you're like 10 again. You're like, oh my god, it's Mickey Mouse! And you're like, why am I acting like this? But I have no self-control. And then, like, the parades will come round, and there's, like, all these different...
There is that, and she will enjoy that as well. It's just if the group of friends you're with are all going on rides regularly,
yeah.
then it's not fun to be the, I don't know,
One who's...
sixth person just
Has to
waiting.
I think
every
some of
time.
the parks are
Yeah.
quite like non-ride heavy, I think.
Yeah. But that's why
Like
I probably
Epcot?
couldn't
Should be
do
good.
I couldn't do like a whole week's worth of Disneyland
Right.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
It'd have
No,
to
of
be
course.
like I can, yeah, well, I'd love to do it. Actually, well, I still feel like if that's all I did in Florida, I feel like I'd waste some of my time.
I agree.
I'd want to do it for some of the days and then do other stuff on the other days.
I'd love to go back to that lake we went to.
Yeah. That was like our first day there, wasn't it? That's our first full day. We went to the lake. That was great.
I think so, yeah. And then we just, like, swam in this big, beautiful lake. And then, what did we rented some canoes, didn't we? Something like that?
Yeah. Turns
Well-
out we swam in the lake that had alligators in.
Sweet. I mean, everyone else was doing it, so...
Exactly.
Yeah.
We didn't get bit. It was fun. No one drowned. Apart from Kyle, rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Kyle. But we like,
I forgot about
what's
Kyle.
the word? Moored up on this little island that had a outdoor bar on it that was
You
That
mean
was
we
cool.
mourned
That
up
was
because
so
Kyle
weird.
died?
mourned up. Yeah.
Rip Kyle.
We had a cold one in honor of Kyle.
Because he was a cold one.
Jimmy's gone red. You guys can't see this right now. But Jimmy's like a shade of red and pink.
But Jamie had actual reason to cry because he knocked over his cider.
I did. I spilled all
oh,
over
it-
Joe.
It went all over me. I forgot about that.
That's
Livid
delicious.
still.
Well. Key lime pie flavoured cider. Oh,
Key
beautiful.
lime pie cider. Spilled it over Joe. Gutted. At least I got to lick it off his warm body though. That was nice.
Oh, that made it worth it, to be fair, yeah.
while Carl's just floating down the river.
Oh no, I have spilt my cider. Joe, I'm ever so sorry. Let me clean it off with my tongue.
I haven't got a towel, and I'm completely naked, so I can't give you my clothes.
Better take all your clothes off because you're sticky.
I want to go back to a gun range as well,
Yeah.
because that's good fun. When you're in a gun range, you can just totally see why people like guns. And if you're like, listen to this, like, no, I'm anti-gun. I'm not exactly pro-gun, but I wanted to like give it a go and go to a gun range and fire one. And I can see why people love them, because you do feel very powerful.
Yeah, it's an addictive, overwhelming sense of power, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm holding a piece of metal that makes big, loud bang noises.
Yeah. Well, like when you go to like archery as well, isn't it? There's that competitive side of it. You want to get like a good grouping.
Oh, yeah. I love archery. That's a hobby that I'd love to take back up. That would be a summer thing for me, as we're kind of on the topic of like summer stuff. Would love to take archery up.
There's a place near mine. Come visit me, and you can go at the same time. Easy. Bring
Nice.
Joe. Pick him up on the
I'll
way.
have a go. I don't think I've... Oh, no, that's a lie. I've done archery once when this archery group came to my school. I probably had maybe 2 goes, and that's it.
Oh, man.
So I don't really remember much.
We'll have to
That
fix
was
that.
when
try
Kyle
it.
died the first time.
I'm pretty sure it was like still in primary school or maybe first year in secondary school, but you're at that age where you're not really strong enough to be able to pull it back
Oh,
far
right.
enough. So it probably was a bit wasted.
Yeah, this is a really good point, because the last time I would have done archery, I would have been a lot younger, so I would have had far less control over the bow and arrow, and I feel like now that I'm a lot older and harder and faster and better and stronger, that I might be able to do a much better job with it. So I'd like to think, anyway.
Last time I done it was when I was in year 6, I think. And we used to go to this little camp thing called Kingswood. And it was
Is this
like,
when you're in cadets?
No. This is a school trip thing, and they did it for year 4, 5, and 6. And if you were smart enough, you got to go in year 7 as well. And you did like coding courses, and I sucked at this. And every time that we went, they'd do like an archery thing as well. And then that's it. That was the whole weekend. It was great.
Nice.
Zip lining, splunking.
Oh,
night.
spelunking's great.
Yeah.
What an amazing word for such a good activity.
I was talking to my dad about this recently. I've been caving before and potholing or spelunking, like all the above.
Yeah.
He's done some that sound quite terrifying. I kind of want to try, but I'm not 100% sure how I'd get on. But ones where you've got to crawl through some tight spaces, and some of it is underwater, like where you got to go underwater, submerge yourself, go through a tunnel, and then come out the other side.
Sounds claustrophobic.
I'd want to try it, but it'd be one of those things I'd really have to psych myself up for.
I did that when I was in the Scouts. That was good fun. There's a place called Butmore Park that had like a little kind of underground bit like that. It was all underground tunnels and stuff, and like some of them were filled with water, and you had to like go slightly underwater for a sec and get to the other side of the... It was really cool.
I've done that, but what he was talking about was literally going swimming underneath.
Oh, like
And then-
actual, like almost like scuba ones.
Yeah.
Ah.
That sounds terrifying, but
You can
also exciting.
Send me the video, but you can go on without me on that one. That sounds claustrophobic as fuck. I'm out.
Where it can get a bit panicking sometimes is my sister will never go again because of this, because it happened to her, where there's a queue of you crawling through a tunnel, and it's quite small, so you're kind of having to scrunch yourself up a bit to crawl through, but you've got someone in front of you, someone behind you, and then for whatever reason, for no reason whatsoever, the person in front of you just stops and you're stuck. I could kind of see that being worrying if you don't know why they've stopped, and all you want to do is kind of get to the other side, and you can't go backwards because there's someone behind you, and someone in front of you has just stopped. I can kind of understand that. But when I was a kid, I don't think it really worried me. But when she tells that story back, I think, yeah, that could be a bit claustrophobic. I can understand that.
As a kid, I'd have been like, oh, that sounds great. Just like climbing through holes and finding secret caves and Blackbeard's treasure. And then now it's like, fuck that. I'm out.
Yeah, I feel
I'm
like
good.
it's gotten worse as I've gotten older. But I'd still try it. I'd still do it.
Imagine growing up and being more responsible. Ugh.
Rubbish, isn't it? I know.
Rubbish.
But at least with that responsibility, we have money to go traveling, so that's cool. You can
That's
pick
true.
where we go instead of being told where we're going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like sending Jamie to the Antarctic so he can go live among the penguins.
I don't think they'd have me.
That's what he's always wanted to do, so we can make it work.
Who's this prick? Why is he grabbing fish with his hands? What a loser.
Do you have like an ultimate like fantasy holiday, like this one location that you... I guess like the Maldives, like a lot of people talk about how it's like this big, beautiful, isolated island where you can just have crystal clear oceans and bright yellow sand and whatever else, but do you have that like ultimate fantasy holiday in your mind? Like, was like the one place you have to go to before you die?
I think New Zealand is that place for me.
Yeah.
I think I really want to go there, like, before I can't. That'd be good. It'd be nice to try and get there ASAP.
Yeah, enjoy it while you're younger as well.
I'd maybe quite like to visit Jamaica as well.
Okay, that's a bit different.
But, yeah,
Why Jamaica? What's up?
I'm not really sure. There's just something about it. I just quite like the idea of it. Hawaii as well would be nice to go to.
That's what I was just about to say, Hawaii.
Yeah.
That seems really cool.
Somewhere in the Caribbean, I guess, would be just nice in general. Be quite nice to go there. So I haven't really been down there.
No, me neither.
Jodie's parents, they went to Jamaica not long ago and they loved it. But they say obviously like most places it has its like very like affluent, well-off places, but it also has like this very, very poor places. And apparently it's like an island that is like a mixture of like great for tourists, but like covered in like poverty as well. Which is a shame. But apparently it's still like really good. Like they like took a bus tour around the island, and I think they went past like apparently Rihanna has a house out there, and they went past Bob Marley's house and like the history about him, things like that.
Nice.
Which is really interesting.
Yeah, I'd love to do something like that. But I don't know if I specifically have a place that I must go to that would be my dream holiday. I suppose any holiday could be a dream holiday with enough money behind it.
Yeah.
I'd love to just go on a super expensive all-inclusive to somewhere beautiful. It probably doesn't matter where it is, but...
Take the private jet, you know.
Yeah, private jet.
Your favourite liquor on board. And
You're in the penthouse suite of this amazing hotel or something.
yeah.
I don't know if I have anywhere specific in mind.
I know what your ideal vacation would be, Joe.
What's that?
It'll be 6 months off work, just following around UFC Fight Night. And just
That would be amazing. A UFC tour. Yeah.
Would you want to be in the crowd or would you want like a boxed seat? I don't know if they do box seats for that sort of thing.
They do. I don't know if I'd want a box seat. The boxes are kind of further back, so you wouldn't have the best view. But they have VIP seats because you have like the crowd, and then there's usually like a barrier, and then in front of that barrier is like the VIP seats where you're really close to the ring. That would probably be an ideal spot.
Close enough to get covered in blood.
Yeah.
Bring your punch out. There's a splatter zone.
Yeah, sit next to Dana White. That'll do.
Yeah, pickpocket him. Look, you have more money in your pocket than I made in
Yoink.
a year. Damn it.
Yep. You won't even notice it go away.
No, you won't. That's the worst part. Is there a particular fight that you'd want to see as well? So you get to pick up like your favourite matchup. One fight. Two. Well, you get to pick two fighters. Who would it be?
I feel like I'd have to be supporting one of our UK boys.
Yeah.
Right now, there's probably two guys that are more likely to get a title shot than anyone else, and that'd be between Darren Till and Leon Edwards.
I thought you were going to say Darren Till.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Well, they're both at the top of. I think they're the highest ranked UK fighters in the world right now, and Till would be against Israel Adesanya, the current champion, and Leon Edwards would be against Kamaru Usman, the current champion. So yeah, it'd be one of those two.
Just got a hometown pride way in the middle of like LA or something like that. Watch them just ringside. Oh,
I'd be so tense though. If they lost it, I'd be upset.
You got to experience it. You got to be there.
Well, I got to be there when Darren Till got knocked out by Jorge Masvidal. It was heartbreaking, but the atmosphere was great up until that moment.
But it's like electric, isn't it? Just everyone's just like, oh, and then like the collective like disappointment.
Especially Till. He walks out to Sweet Caroline.
Nice.
So you can imagine 20,000 drunk UK people basically karaokeing to Sweet Caroline all together in unison. Fantastic.
I feel like it's safe to say that at any point there are probably 20,000 people in the UK singing Sweet Caroline.
Yep.
Survey says.
At any given point in time.
I think you're right, you know.
But all in the same room at the same time? That's
Not necessarily
a
all in
unique
the same room.
opportunity.
Yeah.
I feel like there's probably about 20,000 people at any given moment in the UK singing
Especially
Sweet
when
Caroline.
Pubs and karaoke's are able to reopen fully again, then yeah. For
Because
sure.
when we chant that song, we always include the wah.
Absolutely.
Without fail.
That's the
Not allowed to
loudest
not do
bit
it.
usually.
Yeah.
And it's not actually in the song. Like the guy doesn't sing those bits, but
we do.
we do, and with
Yeah.
passion.
We do.
Especially if there's a football game on as well. That'd be another one to get a few thousand people going.
Yeah.
Like peak times, like Coronation Street when the ad break used to come on and UK electricity would surge because everyone was putting the kettle on. There's a surge of Sweet Caroline coming. You can feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The tingle.
Well, I
the
remember,
wind.
I distinctly remember watching like the World Cup one year. Like it was when I was quite young, and I remember being out in the garden. I wasn't watching it. I didn't really pay any attention to it back then. But England were playing, and I remember them. They must have just missed a goal by like an inch, and I heard collectively the whole street go, "Ooh!" Like, I could hear it down all the gardens.
It's something special about the World Cup, isn't it, when that happens? Right, I
Yeah.
think we have waffled well off the topic for a little bit now,
We have.
which, you know, in some people's eyes is a win because they love listening to the waffle. But we're a concentrated podcast. We stick to the topics.
Absolutely.
So next topic, let's hit it, is the win of the week. And I think, by the looks of it, we've all had a pretty damn good week. So you
Yeah.
want to kick us off?
I mean, I can start because I think it's probably the least exciting out of the three. But I think I've spoke before where I said I've repainted my office, or J3 room I'm calling it now. Because before I just had those foam panels up on the wall, and it made everything look really dark and well, you couldn't really see anything on camera especially. But right now, so the walls have been painted, but this week I've just got some new things in and started to making it look really nice. We've got a new sofa bed in. Before we had a really cheap sofa bed that was falling to bits and looked horrible. Now we've actually got a comfy sofa in there that can fold out properly and be a sofa bed. I've also hung some shelves up, so we've got like a Dragon Ball Z figurine at the very top, which you guys can't see right now, and a Harley Quinn figurine. My VR headset's on the shelf as well. It looks quite cool. Also, I got some posters printed for the space up there. I haven't got the frames for them yet, so they're not hanging. But Jimmy and Jamie could probably just about see them in the background. Some Silent
I
Hill
can see
themed
what looks
posters
like
there.
Pyramid Head, I think.
Yeah, there's a Pyramid Head and a Silent Hill nurse.
Nice.
And the last one is... Do you guys remember playing Silent Hill 2?
Is that
And the
James?
fight... Sorry?
Is that James in Silent Hill 2?
Yeah, it's James from Silent Hill 2. The very last boss,
Yep.
you were fighting his wife/girlfriend who was
Spoiler.
in a cage upside down.
I mean, it's not
I imagine at this point, if it's a spoiler for you, you're probably not interested. But you remember it kind of attacks you from like a hanging cage upside
Yes.
down and grabs you at the neck. Yeah, it's that. And she sends out all the bats. It looks really cool. So the frames are coming for them in the next couple of days.
Yeah, it's going to look really
Nice.
So yeah, it's in progress. It's nearly done, but that's my win of the week. All I have to do is put the photos in their frames and put the frames up on the wall. And then I think it'll look pretty nice.
good. Sounds pretty good. What about you, Jamie?
Mine is, I did my 100th escape room yesterday. About bloody time.
Ooh,
Been sat on
finally.
99 rooms for however long it's been now.
Congratulations.
Although, I think when things opened up in October, like for, I think it was like a month, I did go do an escape room then because they were allowed to open. And that was the last escape room I did. And it was terrible. So I obviously went for a long time without doing rooms and was like, nice, I can finally do one again. Did one. Sucked. But that was my 99th, which I'm glad, because if that
Yeah.
had ended up being my 100th, it would have been very sad. But did my 100th yesterday with Tegan. She insisted on being there for it, and obviously I'm not going to say no, because she loves escape rooms as much as I do. It's common courtesy for anyone that may be into escape rooms, or even if you're not, this would be interesting to hear anyway. It's common courtesy that if you tell the escape room that it's your 100th, they will get you what is called in the business an S-cake. And the S-cake is specifically for your 100th room, and they'll like celebrate it and get you like a little mini cake and stick some candles in it maybe.
Oh,
And they did that for us. But like you can't just kind of like go around saying, oh, it's my 100th on every place you go to, because that's not cool.
right.
But chances are they'll do it for you, especially if you've been to them before and you've like discussed like escape rooms and stuff with them, because it's very rare that you'll find a place that only has one room. And usually they will recognize you when you rebook to like come back and do a second room. But yeah, if you tell them it's your 100th room, they will get you an S cake.
Nice.
And yeah, we got one yesterday. It was a Galaxy one. Pretty nice.
Was it a worthy 100th room?
Yes, it was really, really good. Super worthy. It's a place that we are like friends with, because me and Tegan both work for another escape room. And they opened it right before lockdown happened. So it hasn't really had that much in the way of people playing it yet.
Gutted.
And my bosses got to test it before it opened, and they said that it was like really good then. So I'd been waiting to do it, and then right when things started opening again, I said to Tegan, like, I think I want to make that one my 100th room, because we know it will be good because we like them. And it was like it's their best room yet. It was so good. They've themed it so well. The puzzles are really cool. They've got some really impressive tech in there. It was really, really good. Absolutely loved it. So it was definitely a worthy 100th room, and I'm very chuffed that I got to do that for my 100th.
Hey.
So yeah, all in all, pretty damn good.
What was it called?
It's called Age of Magic.
Where was it? Give him a shout out. Go on.
Age of Magic in Escape Reading. Would highly recommend. To be fair, I'd highly recommend all their other rooms. Their other rooms are really good fun as well, but this one was definitely their best. So maybe do this one last. Build up to it. If you're going to go do escape rooms, to be fair, if you're going to go do escape rooms anyway, go to Reading. Go to Reading, because there are tons and they're all mostly really good. So do it.
Reading, the unofficial escape room capital of England. So make sure to pop by.
The escape room hub of
Stay
England.
for the escape rooms. Don't leave because you
Yeah.
got murdered.
So when we were talking earlier about my ideal holiday being me doing tours of the UFC events,
Yeah.
Jamie's will be just touring around the country or around the world, I guess.
Yeah.
For
That would be
escape
pretty
rooms.
cool.
It'd be absolutely
That would be
around the
pretty
world.
I mean, you could do a world tour, but then pick the locations based on escape rooms or
Yeah.
well-reviewed ones. That'd be nice.
That would be good.
Then you can pick your favourite one in the world. That'd be a pretty big
In
title.
the world.
Have you done any escape rooms that weren't in the UK?
Sweden.
Oh, yeah. You tell me now.
I've done 3 in Sweden, I think.
I assume they're all... Were they in English?
Yeah, they had an option to have it done in English.
Cool.
It's pretty cool.
I just didn't know if they'd have like stuff written down and you'd struggle if it was in Swedish.
One of them was, like, some of them were written clues and they swapped them out for English clues, but they did forget to replace one of them. Bless them.
Oh,
But luckily
good
I was
of
with
them,
Sophus, who is Danish, who could mostly understand what it said. So we managed to kind of like try and piece it together from there.
Fumbled through.
Yeah,
Nice.
that was the one little hiccup in that room, that they forgot to replace one of them with an English clue. But I can't really ever go at them for that because
No.
it's not there. Yeah, it's, you know.
The fact that they're offering that in the first
Exactly.
Yeah,
place.
exactly. It's a nice...
Brilliant.
Yeah.
What about you,
Well-
Jimmy?
What's your win of the week, Jim Bublicus Cumberbumber?
This is the month I get married. Woo! So left it quite late.
Gross.
But I've finally gone and got my suit sorted. So we went out on Sunday. I had my boys with me. So I had Lewis and Andy and Jamie. Sorry, Joe.
He's shaking his head. He's well angry. Look at him.
He's fuming. I'm sorry.
I don't believe this.
Yeah, they're my groomsmen. So we went and got suited and booted, and then just had a really good day. It was, even if it wasn't for like an event, it was just nice to be able to go somewhere that wasn't the usual towns or whatever, and meet some friends I haven't seen in a while, and just enjoy the sun. Had a couple of drinks and got some damn tasty sushi as well.
It was really good. Really good sushi. I'm not even the biggest sushi fan. Like, I've only just kind of started eating it. It was really good.
Oh man, the sushi was delicious. It was definitely what, apart from obviously getting like my wedding suit and everything else, which I can't tell you too much about at the moment in case Jodie can hear me because she doesn't know what I've got. The sushi was probably one of the highlights. It was just incredible. I've not had anything that tasty. I sort of expected, because I've had like conveyor belt sushi and I was like, oh yeah, it's kind of tasty, like, but how much better could it get? And then I had like the sushi here and I was just like, holy shit, it can get so much better. It was
Be good.
really good.
It was the easiest suit shopping that I've ever been to. I haven't been to many, but this one was the easiest. We walked into a shop. Jimmy was like, I really like this. We tried it on. He bought it. Done.
Yep. Yeah, straight in, straight out. The sales guy was really helpful.
He was very helpful. He
yeah.
was good. He was a good guy.
Went to get some shoes, straight in, straight out again. Had
He,
everyone's size.
he could size us up as well without really measuring us, which was pretty cool. He just kind of looked at us and was just like, you're going to be this, you're going to be that. And he got it pretty much bang on.
Yeah, I think as the store manager, he did it bang on, didn't he?
Yeah.
Lewis is the only one who had to have alterations as well.
That's just because he's like 3'9".
Yeah. And full of muscle. It's like a salmon fish, which ironically is his favourite food. But yeah, it was a really good day. Like I said, if it wasn't even for the suit shopping, it was just nice to have like a back to normal day out, kinda.
It was very nice to see you all again. Yeah, now that we can.
Shall we move? Well, that's quite a cozy little end of the week. We all had something planned out. It's all good. But now we should probably listen to some stuff from the listeners, right?
Yeah.
Listening to the listeners.
Well, we assume it's them. It might not be.
I hope it is.
So for context, if you've just joined this podcast and you haven't listened to our previous ones, what are you doing? You should go do that. Do it right now. Pause this and go listen to all the other ones back to back without stopping. There's no other way to listen to them.
No sleep.
But in the last episode 12, we asked our listeners to send in some sounds that they would record, and we have to guess what is making the sound. We've asked for suitable for work sounds only, or as Jimmy put it, clothes on only. And we've compiled a few together. We don't know what the sounds are. We don't know what the real answers are, but we do have them, and we will find out together. And if you can guess along as well if you fancy it, or listen to us make fools of ourselves. Either way is good. Just have a good time, or else.
If you're listening on YouTube and you guess the sounds correctly, let us know in the comments down below.
Nice.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah. Tell us how many you got out of how many there are. We don't know how many there are, so you'll find out soon.
You'll find out with us.
Yeah.
Unprepped.
Yep. Did we tell them where they can find us, apart from YouTube and Spotify?
You can find us on Twitch at twitch.tv/J3channel. You can find us on Twitter at twitter.com/J3_channel. You can find us on Instagram at J3channel. You can find us on TikTok now. Oh my giddy aunt. You can find us on TikTok at J3_channel again. That's 2 of them. I'm so sorry.
J3
There's
channel
nothing
was
we can do
taken.
about it. It was taken by someone that's not even using the account.
I know.
Grr.
Again, same as Twitter.
Again. And if you're not listening to this on YouTube, you can go to youtube.com/J3channel to find us on there. We have 90 videos now. 90!
Bloody
90!
That's amazing.
How good's that? Pretty
Nearly
good.
100.
With tons more to come.
That's a good number. I think also, if you'd like, we do have merch as well, which is over at teespring.com/stores/the-J3-store.
We will get a better domain for this at some point, I swear.
Do it. Set up
We will.
j3.com or j3channel.com.
It'll be like j3channel.store or something like that, but we'll let you know when we get around to it.
Oh, that'd be nice.
soon.
j3_channel.store.
.store.com/the store/buy now/store/clothes
/100% discount.
/0% discount
Nice.
/-100% discount. You pay double.
It's a pretty long URL. We should write this down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not confused. One bit.
Imagine it won't cost very much to buy, though, because no one else is going to want it.
Right.
All right, Jimmy, whenever you're ready, I'm ready to hear
Here we
these
go.
sounds.
Here we go. I should get the answers up and ready. I can't see them as soon as I open them, which is lucky. Because
nice.
our good moderator Gregory has put them in a format that I can't see what the answers are, so that's good.
He's a good boy, he is Gregory.
He is a good
Greg.
boy, he is.
Shout out to Gregory for doing this for us.
Oh, yeah.
Our Gregory.
Compiling them into one nice, neat audio file.
It's a sound number 1 from user number 1 because we don't know who it's from. Well,
That's got to be bashing your keyboard, right?
that did sound like proper furious, like, dear manager of, I'm trying to think of Nando's. My chicken was slightly undercooked this week. Last
fair,
week's
that's
chicken
the-
was also terrible. Fuck you, give me the coupon, Karen.
Undercooked chicken is a legit thing to complain about. That could kill you.
All right, overcooked chicken.
Yeah, there you go.
The staff also greeted me in a friendly manner, but I didn't feel warm by it. I want 20% off my next meal, please.
I felt as warm as my chicken did.
I said I wanted a glass of water, and then I proceeded to fill it with Sprite. Your staff then caught me red-handed and embarrassed me in front of the whole restaurant. Therefore, I wish to have 10% off my next meal.
Only 10%.
I mean,
Deal.
she's deal.
I'd be like, sure, take it.
But yeah, it definitely sounded
Anyway.
like some Karen typing, didn't it? Some rage
Back
typing.
to the sound. It kind of sounded a bit like a keyboard, like just rampant tapping on a keyboard, but also kind of sounded like a skateboard going across gravel.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good one.
A little bit.
But it sounded a bit more like rapid hand movements because it wasn't like all consistent. So it was like a rather
Yeah.
than like a.
Started out sounded like someone just banging their table, and then I kind of heard the keys clacking on the
Yeah.
keyboard. So
I think it
it's
might have
that.
been.
Or someone just grabbed a rolling pin and ran it over their keyboard.
Would you like to hear it again?
Nice.
Or do you
Go
think-
for it.
Right, one last time. There you go.
I'm pretty convinced that's a keyboard.
Yeah, me too.
Sticking with my answer.
All right.
Drum roll, please.
And the answer is mashing a keyboard. Correct.
Nice.
We nailed it.
Does it say who
Please.
sent it in?
That was from Snarly River.
Nice.
To be fair, the answer specifically says snarly mashing a keyboard.
All right, gotcha.
This is the only one I had a
Mash the
spoiler
keyboard.
for, because I actually watched it and then realised what was going on, and I completely forgot.
Ah,
So that was handy.
cheater. Cheater.
Kinda, but also,
However, he definitely doesn't know the rest, I think.
I definitely 100% do not know the rest, so we're good.
Nice.
Right.
All right.
Let's do
Next
this.
one.
DJ, play the music. Why there's pennies in the background, right?
Yeah, I was going to say, was that change in the background there?
You said clothes on sound, but that
It didn't
didn't
sound
um,
sound-
not suitable for work, but it
This
was like
is not-
nearly there until the coins.
Yeah.
that
then when there were coins
100%
involved.
sounds like a guy doing a helicopter.
So
I was thinking
this one
maybe
was
it's
from
like,
New Edge Mustang, by the way.
oh,
Just to throw it in there.
so I feel like
I don't know.
is he doing like armpit farts, but like really quickly in quick concession, so the air's not getting trapped enough, or
I can kind of see what you mean.
yeah, they're
Oh, I might need to
Yeah.
hear that again. Have you got the start point of the?
yeah. Luckily, Gregory
Play it
put them
again.
all at 10 seconds. So ready, 3, 2, 1.
Play it again. What is that?
I feel like it's
It sounds
sounds like
wet.
someone's squelching food or something.
Oh, it could be. Yeah, maybe it's something to do with like mayonnaise.
Oh yeah, it's maybe squeezing out like ketchup or something from one of those squeezy bottles.
Oh, the ones with the pump-ons up, or do you mean like the actual ones that go when you squeeze them?
Yeah, that's kind of what I meant, but it could be either. It's hard to tell.
Yeah,
It
Squeezing
sounded
out
to me like
something.
something was being hit, but I can't figure out what.
Yeah,
like
his
something
change
hitting
purse.
Something else. Yeah, I heard the coins hitting the floor afterwards.
yeah.
Yeah, I could kind of see where you're coming from, like as if someone grabbed a spoon and started whacking it on the back of their porridge almost.
Because it's New Edge, maybe he's doing an oil change, and it's the sound of the oil leaving the
An
tank.
oil change.
Maybe.
Because the boy likes
Could be
cars.
something car related. He does love cars. It could be something car related.
Yeah, this would be harder.
Because I
though.
don't know, I think I'm going to stick with my answer of the squeezy bottle, like the ketchup squeezy bottle or something.
All right, I'm going in for oil.
I'm gonna go with something to do with like shoes.
Shoes.
Like he's hitting like two shoes together or something like that.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay, cool.
All right. And the answer is none of us are right at all. Splashing a spoon into a bowl of Cheerios.
I was close
Damn
when I
it,
said
come on.
spoon on porridge.
Damn it.
Damn.
Cheerios. Cheerios can make such a disgusting noise, apparently.
Yeah.
Also, does he?
Not
Surely
what I thought
that's
that was.
mostly the milk making that noise, right?
I guess.
I
so.
guess.
So you probably could have got the same sound effect with just splashing your spoon up against some milk in a bowl.
Whilst seasoning.
Oh,
with
was that
pennies.
sound at the end him putting the spoon in the bowl or just letting it drop in the...
Oh yeah, it
Could have
might
been,
have been. Yeah, we put the spoon on the side and it wasn't change at all.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Was there a video to this?
Oh yeah. Was there?
I'm not sure. I've got as much information as you've got.
Right, okay. We'll have to check afterwards. I think I know what that is.
Sounds like a remote control car.
It kind of sounded like to me like a treadmill running, but someone holding something up against the...
Oh, the belt.
I don't know what it's called. The bit at the bottom.
Oh,
That could be. That'd be a really
that's
good guess.
that's a really good guess. Yeah.
It sounded like it was
And
in
the only
distress.
reason that came to my mind is because I've done that before. I've like held up a bit of... Well, back when I had a treadmill at my house when I was back at school and I had my mates around, we were messing around on it. Someone held themselves or held one of the other guys onto the treadmill. They ended up burning their back because of it. But it sounded a lot like that.
Ouch.
But like their clothing
That's a
going up
really good
against
guess.
the...
It sounds like
I
torture.
want to say like belt, the conveyor belt bit. I don't really know what it's called.
Okay.
Necklace.
I thought that it was like the sound of a car failing to start, but now that Joe said about the treadmill thing, I am kind of convinced that it's the treadmill thing.
I'm gonna go on a simpler train of thought. I'm gonna say it's. Do you know when you like very similar to what Joe said, but with a bike instead? Because it sounded like there was like a chain or something in the background.
Okay.
It slowed down rather quickly. I was gonna say remote control car, but decided to go with this.
If there was like a chain kind of sound in the background, that could have been, say, if you were holding an item of clothing up to a treadmill, could have been like the zip of a hoodie or something.
Oh yeah, that's true. Or your 90s corn style jeans with all your chains hanging off catching.
Yeah, exactly that.
Or your wallet chain if you're cool enough to have one. Jamie has a wallet chain.
Should we hear it again?
I do not, but now I will.
All right, hear it again.
One more time.
There's like something
It's such an
slapping
interesting
it.
noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm starting to doubt myself, but I'm sticking with the treadmill answer.
I'm going with that it's a car failing or something of that ilk, like an engine failure or something like that.
I'm going to stick with bike wheel grinding against something.
All right. Answer's locked in. This was sent in by Warden, by the way, Warden of the Valley.
Right.
Oh,
So-
that could solidify my answer, actually.
It could do. It could do. The answer is... It's a Mustang failing to start!
Oh! No way! Just so
A
happened to have one
P51
laying around.
Mustang.
Yeah.
Nice. There was just something about it that sounded engine-y to me.
Yeah,
Nice.
I can see that.
That's
But
close.
no, good one.
Yeah,
that was
well
a good
done.
one.
Great work. You're the only one who's
That was a
guessed
great
one
noise.
correctly so far. But well, we don't count round one. That was easy. that was the
The warm-up.
warm-up round. Yeah.
The warm-up.
Yeah.
Right, here we go. That was it. One more time.
That sounded to me, like, right off the bat, that sounded like a cold one being opened.
Right, here we go. One more time. No, that doesn't sound like a beer. It sounds like something
Not
snapping.
quite. It sounds like someone cracking a nut to me, with with a nutcracker.
Not busting in that.
Not busting.
Which is
a
a
nut, no,
more
that's-
uniquely different sound. I
It
thought
sounds a lot like the second sound.
it sounded like someone cracking their knuckles.
That's what I thought initially.
Oh, that's a good answer. I like that.
But then I thought the sound was too thick.
Yeah, same. I thought
I'm
it
convinced
kinda
it's a
sounded like
can.
that.
I think it's a can.
I think
It
it's-
can being opened, but it might not necessarily be a cold one. It might be like a can of like beans or something like that. Like with the ones where you've got like the ring pull. But
Oh,
it
yeah.
sounds
good
like
shout.
to me it sounds like a ring pull is being
Like a tuna can. or
is
something,
opening
yeah.
a can. Yeah,
I think it's someone splitting some sort of wood. I'm going to go with that.
splitting some
Oh,
wood. All
I
right.
like Jamie's answer actually. But do I go with it because I think he's right, or do I try and be different and go with my original answer?
Go with the OG. Keep it interesting.
Yeah, okay. No, I think you're right. I'll stick with my original answer of cracking a nut.
Cracking a nut. It's a good answer because it could be. I like that. I do like that. It's a good answer. The cracking knuckles is a good one as well, but I don't know if it's. I think, like you said, the sound was a bit too meaty. Like it had a bit too much oomph behind it.
Yeah.
Either that or they've broken their hand completely.
Or like
But
massively cranked up the bass of their microphone.
Do it for the
or
podcast.
something.
Yeah, what you don't hear is when they stop recording, it's going.
Yeah, how does this sound in comparison?
all I heard was you hit the microphone then.
Yeah, I did. There you go.
Can I crack my knuckles right?
I don't think I can hear
come
it
on.
because their Discord will stop it.
I did it. You guys probably didn't hear it, but I did it, and it came up in Audacity. So
Nice. I'll
I
put
can't
that
wait
in
to
the
hear what that sounds like.
podcast later then.
Yeah, I've had a couple of come up on Audacity as well.
Nice.
But yeah, okay. I don't think it sounded like that though. So I'm going with the Nutcracker.
Right, hits up.
All right. The answer is.
Wait, what was your answer?
My answer was a cold one, or like a can.
Oh,
being
yeah,
opened.
yeah.
It's a really strangely written answer, but it's Robo put in a Harry's razor # not sponsored into the blade cover and closing it.
Right. Okay. Sounds like Harry's razors are meaty.
Yeah.
And-
I swear when I put a razor into like anything, it doesn't make that kind of a hench sound.
Yeah, it sounds like it's reloading a weapon.
Yeah.
So it must be one of those like little clip over plastic covers for like razor blades.
Yeah.
And he's clipped it over.
But this one has
Interesting.
like a Transformers hinge on it or something.
Wouldn't be surprised with Robo Prime games.
That's true.
True that.
Ready for the next one?
Yep.
Let's go.
Nice.
I'm enjoying this.
Me too. I know what this is. That was easy. I could do this
That-
one.
Is that a shower?
That sounded like something getting stuck in a vacuum, like in like the rotary blade, like the floor bar thing. I know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, rotary blade inside your Hoover.
You know what I mean?
Kill
That's
anyone
the
that comes
bar
near you.
spins. I forget what it's called. There's that bar that spins on a
Yeah.
vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, I
It
get
sounded
what
like
you're
something getting caught in it.
No, I think it's a paper shredder because it's got the bit afterwards where
Oh.
it goes.
Oh
saying.
yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right.
It has got some crunching in there.
Yeah, maybe it's like shredding a CD or a credit card.
Yeah, no, it does sound like a shredder.
Yeah,
Can you play
I
it
agree with
again?
you.
I can.
Yeah.
I can do whatever you desire, master.
I want to hear it again.
You give 3D audio of it as well.
It's that end bit.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a shredder because it sounds really powerful at the end there.
My shredder does that, if that helps.
My shredder does that as well.
Yeah.
Like it goes louder after it's finished. It's like it's trying to grab more paper.
Really? That sounds
Yeah.
really fast at the end there.
It do be like that.
Although I
Alright,
did
okay.
used to have a shower that sounded like that as well, though. It's like the shower unit had a motor in it. It was really loud.
Just Joe really wants to shower at like 3 a.m. to not wake his parents. He's just like pulling the petrol fucking yank, like starting the
But no,
lawnmower.
I'm
Put in the petrol fucking yank.
I'm fully convinced, though, that you're right with the shredder. I'm going to copy you with that one.
All right, Jamie.
All right, I'm not gonna go shredder. I clearly haven't used enough shredders in my life to know what the end of a shredding sequence sounds like. But I'm gonna stick with, just to keep it interesting, I'm gonna stick with something caught in a vacuum cleaner.
Right,
Cool.
I was about to press play to give
All
us
right.
the answer, and then realise you have the answer.
The answer is oof. You guys are right. It is a shredder. It is, however,
Yes.
Tom shredding a printout of the J3 logo.
Oh,
You
believe
savage. Love it.
that would have been amazing if you could pick up from the sound what it was shredding. Like what was on the paper.
That was mean, Tom.
That is mean, but I love it.
As long as he doesn't shred his new T-shirt.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty uncool.
I think I've got one more.
Okay. Jimmy,
We
hit
got
us
one
up with
more.
the last one.
I know what this is.
You know what that
That
is?
sounds like an airplane.
It sounds. I can't remember what it is. One more time. Oh, what is that?
What is that? My immediate thought was like a washing machine.
That's like an aircraft or something.
It does. It sounds like an aircraft. Like, what were the rules? Did someone have to physically record this, or could they pick a sound clip from anywhere?
I'm not sure.
I did say to record it,
Yeah,
but
okay.
I also didn't explicitly say take a sound clip from somewhere else. But it sounds washing machiney to me.
I get that.
Like almost as if someone's like taped something to the inside of their washing machine and let it spin.
To me, it sounds
Yeah.
like one of the ambient noises of an aircraft, and it's annoying me.
It sounded like an aircraft to me as well, which is why it's confusing me.
Unless the only person I can think of that has the access to record the sound of an aircraft probably wouldn't have submitted anything, but you never know. Might be pleasantly surprised.
You never know.
Hmm.
I can attempt to tell you who this was submitted by. It was Gregory himself.
Ah.
So that might help you.
It's probably his 3D
Yeah.
printer.
It
did
could
sound-
be his 3D printer.
That sounds.
I don't know
loud
what a
for
3D printer sounds like though. Yeah.
I have no idea, to be honest.
Yeah, this is a tough one. It sounds like something spinning to me,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is why I thought washing machine or like tumble dryer or something like that. But I didn't. I'm gonna stick with something to do with a washing machine.
It sounded both like something was spinning, and it sounded like air was moving through it as well, almost like a fan of some kind, but like an industrial-sized one. Can we hear it one more time?
Yes. Maybe it's a low-flying aircraft and he just has them frequently.
You know what? There's something. Now that I think about it, there's something in that sound that sounds hydraulic right at the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
Or something going past. It's almost got like a Doppler effect to it, hasn't it?
It's kind of got like the hydraulic sound has kind of got the same sort of sound that a car boot opening has.
Oh. Ooh.
You know what I mean? But it's all the ambient noise that is throwing me off because it either he recorded it on like a really windy day, or because it also sounds echoey.
Yeah, it
So I'm
does.
not
It sounds
sure.
like it's in like a warehouse.
Yeah, or in like a room or something like that.
I'm
so,
really struggling. I think I'm going to stick with the planes thing. I think
All
it's
right.
a plane.
all
I'm
right,
going for the 3D printer just because it's your boy Gregory. It might have been that.
you go with the 3D printer. Okay, I'm excited. I'm excited to find out what this is. Oh, nice! I was kind of on the right line.
Right.
The gas lift mechanism of an Ottoman bed.
Oh.
What?
Okay.
Why are they so loud? Unless he had the mic right up close to it
Yeah, he might have done. Yeah.
What's an
and
Ottoman
like
bed?
boosted the.
It's
boosted
the
the
one where
game.
you can lift up like the kind of frame of the mattress and there's storage underneath. 'Cause we've got
Oh,
one.
yeah.
But ours doesn't make noise when it opens, but his clearly is very loud. So I was right with like the hydraulic, like it had that hydraulic sound, like the car boot kind of thing, because it uses the same kind of mechanism. Damn it!
Whatever.
Well, Gregory, I
Damn
think
it.
it needs servicing because your bed sounds like a jet engine.
Your neighbours
does.
must hate you. Imagine like all the windows and brickworks like rumbling every time he needs to move something in and out.
Yeah,
Keeps his bed sheets under there so whenever he comes to change it.
Oh, good work.
that was a fun game. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah,
I had a great time.
It was a hella fun game.
Let us know again how many you got right. You listener, yeah, I'm talking to you.
Yeah, you.
Let us know. Let us know how many you got right. Be interested to find out.
Nice.
I think that means we need to finish off with our last section, which is the podcast question of the week.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Who was the question submitted by, Jimmy?
So it wasn't submitted by anyone, but I guest starred on Naeisus's guest star gaming thing they did not so long ago. And the question he asked me really stuck with me because I thought it was a really good one. What was a game that you really looked forward to, but you were ultimately let down by?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Yeah, I can kick this one off if you like. And
Go for it.
for those who know me know that I do love like my JRPG games and Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts and all the good stuff. But I felt ultimately let down by Final Fantasy 15. I had huge hopes for it. I loved everything about it. It was well into like the whole boy band aesthetic of everyone having a good time traveling the world. I wanted a meaty story, and I got what I, in my opinion, was given was like something I wasn't too pleased with. I was just like, it sort of just left me wanting. There was a lot of gaps in the story that I felt should have been filled out by you experiencing it or giving it to you better. There was like these characters they introduced to you, and then like, 3-4 hours later in the game, the character was just there dead in front of you, and you're like, well, I have no emotional attachment. You're playing this out to be a big emotional scene, but I couldn't give two shits. I don't know anything about this guy. Like, I didn't play with them. They didn't follow me in my journey. They were literally there, and now they're gone.
You've got to build it up. If it's got to have that, like a dramatic feel, make you want to cry almost.
Exactly.
You've got to put some time into it.
They definitely tried that with another character in the game as well. And I'm not going to say anything because it's still big spoilers and it's still a modern game. But yeah.
Yeah. Just like the Resident Evil game I played last night, man. They got me in the feels.
That was a brutal ending.
Right, and the Honey Nut Felios.
Yeah. But again, can't say anything because it's spoilers, but it was good.
You weren't let down by that one. I think you loved that.
I've been, in my free time today, I've just been playing that non-stop. I've gone up a level and I've already completed like the first section.
Nice.
Like the first major section.
It's going to be your free time for the rest of it now, isn't it? Are you going to go like try to find all the secrets and maybe like platinum trophy it then? Or
I'm going to try and complete a lot of it. I don't know about platinum it, but I want to get all the secrets. This is Resident Evil Village, by the way. I want to play it over and over again for sure.
I remember seeing Jacksepticeye tweet that actually. Basically, he was like, he completed it for his YouTube channel. And then he, like, a day later, he was like, I've already completed it 2 more times. I love this game.
Nice.
That probably would have been me today if I'd had a full free day.
Yeah. It sounds like the one you can just, like, keep blasting through and just have fun with it.
Oh, definitely.
It's been a long time since there's been a game like that has got people's attention to want to play it more than once.
It's because it has that addictive recipe that Resident Evil 4 had about it.
Yeah.
But, like, so for me, it's when you upgrade weapons and stuff and you can keep that and take it onto your next playthrough on a harder difficulty, it just gives me a motivation to keep playing. I don't know what it is, but
yeah, like our Resident Evil 5 playthrough.
Exactly. We've taken all of our decent weapons onto like professional mode.
Yeah.
Thank God, because we'd have failed miserably without it. But
that would have been upsetting, like I tried to do when I first got the game.
Yeah. But in terms of a game that I was really looking forward to but was let down by, I'm struggling to think of anything specific. Have you got any, Jamie?
Yeah, the Destroy All Humans remake. I was super excited for it, and then I played it and was like, this is boring, which I was really upset about.
Oh, did you stream that? I think you streamed that, didn't
Yeah,
you?
I really liked the first. I really liked Destroy All Humans 1 and 2. I remember playing them so much as a kid. But I think that might be partly what... I don't know if I'm going to blame the remake entirely for it, but I feel like it was one of those games that, because it was so stupid, I loved it like when I was a kid. And now when I'm like playing it again, I'm like, oh, this just doesn't have the same charm that I remember it having, because back then I loved it, and now I'm obviously a bit more grown up.
Do you think maybe you were corrupted by like the rose-tinted glasses? You had such fond memories of it, so when...
Yeah, I think I might have been. That like when it came out, I was ultimately a bit like, oh, this is actually not as fun as I was anticipating it was going to be. And another one would be Mirror's Edge 2, because I loved Mirror's Edge. It was so good. And then Victor let me borrow his copy of Mirror's Edge 2, and I played it for a couple of hours, and I was just like, this is dull. I just didn't like it. There's something about Mirror's Edge that has, because obviously it was something that hadn't really been done before, and it was really cool. It looked beautiful, and it was a new concept.
The free running.
And then they took,
for those who don't know.
they took all that, and then they ruined it by making it open world. I didn't like it. I quite liked how linear it was in a way, because it just kind of fit the theme of the game, that it was like you're kind of constantly in danger and you're trying to get from A to B while avoiding enemies and stuff. But then they kind of removed that adrenaline rush from it by making it all open world, so you had to like kind of just travel to then start a mission, and I was just like, this is boring. I was really. I feel that one hurt me a little bit because I was really looking forward to it because Mirror's Edge 1 was so good.
It's funny that you say that because that's exactly how I felt with Need for Speed Underground 1 and 2. I loved 1. Everyone loves 2, but I loved 1. And then when 2 came out with the open world explore thing, I was just like, I'm not down with this. I'm not into it.
Well, we'll be promptly kicking Jimmy out of J3.
Oh my god, no. Start my own podcast where we talk about how bad Need for Speed Underground 2 was.
For 25 episodes.
Yeah. I have one listener and it's me. What about you, Jakey? Do you think of anything at all, or maybe is there like a Silent Hill game that didn't sort of live up to expectation?
Yeah, but not enough to the point where I say I was let down though. There's games that weren't as fun as I thought they were going to be, but I still had a good time playing them. So I can't really knock them for it. I don't know. There are games like I've got an answer, but I don't think I can justify it because I didn't give it a good enough try. So I probably played it once and thought, this isn't immediately what I wanted straight away, so I'm going to stop.
Right.
But I probably should pick it up and try and carry on because it might be different.
What game was that?
But that was when I was really young. Rayman 3.
Oh.
Ugh, fucking
Really?
Rayman.
I loved Rayman 3.
It was very, like, Rayman 1 and 2 both had that thing where you had a world of worlds kind of thing and you were moving in between them.
Yeah.
Kind of almost like a pattern. But in Rayman 3, it didn't have that. It was more open world again. Well,
It was linear, wasn't
not
it?
open world, but
Yeah.
it was linear, but there was no specific levels. From what I remember, I could be wrong. This is why I don't want to give this answer because I might actually be wrong about this. But from what I played, it seemed like it didn't have any of that, and that's what I really loved about the original 2. So I probably should go back and play it and try it out one day. I might be wrong.
Stream it.
But yeah, otherwise, I don't really think I have a solid answer to that. I don't think I've been massively let down by anything.
That's good. I mean, you're the ultimate consumer then. You're the people that the developers like.
Yeah.
Or that, I just haven't played enough games to reach that point.
Would you say that, like, maybe there was like a Resident Evil game, like one of the side ones or anything like that? Or something that's not in the core part of the franchise?
There are games in the Resident Evil franchise that I struggled to play just because they were hard to play. But I wouldn't say that was because they were bad. Silent Hill, no. Not really.
Love them all.
No, again, sorry for the boring answer, but I can't think of anything specifically.
It's fine.
I'm sure it'll come to me the second we end this podcast.
You'll be like, hang
Always
on a
the way.
minute. I got one to inject. You have to like stitch it in on the end to be like, hello, this is Joe Post Podcast.
He's much more British than he was when we were recording.
He sat down and had a cup of tea, and then he thought about all the games I've let him down in. Boy, howdy, has he got some.
He put on his
Doozies.
thinking monocle.
He's turned the crank.
Or actually, I tell you,
Oh,
okay,
here we
one
go.
thing that maybe I can include.
Go on in.
Sort of. So in the Spyro Reignited trilogy, I played through the first one and the second one, enjoyed them both.
Yeah.
The third one, I couldn't really get into.
Ah,
They tried something new, which I wasn't too keen on, where you had to change characters throughout the game,
that was in
and
the original.
they have
wasn't it?
different like move sets and actions, and I just really wanted to play as Spyro.
Okay.
I got used to playing as Spyro. You learn his sprint function and all of his moves and attacks. Then you got to, for certain levels, play as someone else, which I could see the appeal in it. It's good fun if that's what you're expecting. But I just wanted that day, or the few times I've played it, I just wanted to play as Spyro. Because the way Spyro plays is really addictive. Like the sprint functionality is something that is kind of,
Satisfying.
it's like the reason you play those games, I guess. It was one of the reasons anyway.
Yeah. Super fast dragon that breathes fire, and you're like challenged by what he can do.
Yeah.
I get that. Yeah. And then you get the flying levels that suck ass.
I actually enjoy those levels though.
Oh, they're harsh.
But they're hard.
Yeah. When we played them for YouTube, I had like memories of being a child, being awoken of me throwing the controller because I couldn't do it. I apparently locked those memories up, but they have come back to me in full clarity.
Oh yeah, on the original PS1 versions, definitely.
Well, you didn't have an analog stick to fine tune your turns.
They were much harder as well. They weren't forgiving.
Not at all. They were brutal.
It's like the old version of the Crash Bandicoot games, when you only had one attempt to complete the bonus levels, and you never actually did them.
No.
There was like no chance, especially some of the real hard ones, like So you had two different types of bonus levels on the first Crash Bandicoot. You had the girls one and then the doctor's one.
Yeah.
Dr. Neo, was that his name?
Dr.
No.
Neo Cortex.
His sidekick. I can't remember his name.
Oh, the ugly guy.
Engine?
The engine was from the
Yeah.
racing games.
Maybe. I'm not sure, but there was those ones that were almost impossible. That the only way you could complete them is by playing them over and over again and learning the pattern of the bonus levels, but on the PS1 version, you only had one try, or you'd have to restart the whole level again.
Oh, do you mean like the tower climb levels, the really, really hard ones?
Yeah, so like on the tower climb levels, like when you got near the end of the level, there was always like a bonus level you could try to get extra lives.
Yeah.
Do you remember like the side bone that we usually had to like jump across boxes for a bit and get to the other
yes.
side?
Yeah, I remember.
Those bonus levels specifically, you only had one attempt at them in the old versions of the games. Whereas in the remake, they let you have quite a few attempts. I think they gave you infinite attempts.
Very generous of them.
Yeah.
Now that we're near the end of the podcast, people should listen to this for infinite. Go back to the beginning, start again, pretend that you don't know the answers to the sounds, and then guess them again, right?
Yeah, what else are you going to do with your day?
Listen to all the other 13 episodes of the podcast and get on with it.
There are more episodes.
They're all available on anchor.fm/JStation. You can also listen to them on YouTube. If you're already on YouTube, then there's a playlist and you can just go on to the next one. It doesn't matter if you want to listen to episode 5, 6, 1, 2, 10. They're not in any order. But if you don't listen to episode 8, we'll be most upset for no reason at all. And you can just find us all around on the internet as well. You can find us on twitch.tv/JFreeChannel, where we stream 4 times a week. And once every 2 weeks, we stream the Mischief, where you can see all 3 of us together having a wonderful time. When's the next one? This podcast will be out after the next one, won't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so the next one will be in 2 weeks, technically.
Yeah.
Like, not next Wednesday, the Wednesday after.
That's it, yeah. So the 20th?
Unless you're not listening to this on release day, and then it's all up in the air. Who
Yep.
knows?
Yeah. I'm already confusing myself enough.
I think it's the 23rd.
It's
Check our
every other
schedule.
Wednesday.
We check it on our socials and our Discord anyway, so check the schedule.
Yeah.
Of course.
You can join in as well. It's usually community games or some kind of multiplayer game where we can get viewers in and play.
Yeah. And you can also find us on Twitter and Instagram as well, where we do post when we're going live and when there's new videos out. J3_channel for Twitter and J3channel for Instagram. We're now on TikTok, as Jamie said earlier as well, J3_channel. And we do have a merch store as well. If you wish for it, it will appear in front of you. I'm not going to guess the URLs too hard.
The URL is for our merch, teespring.com/stores/the-J3-store.
Oh, he's got it. There you go. So if you want to look cool as us and smell twice as good, I highly recommend maybe looking at there, picking up a mug or a t-shirt. It always helps us create more content for you sexies. Or not, it's up to you.
Appreciate you either way.
Any last words for the listeners here?
PogChamp.
PogChamp. I hope you have a PogChamp day. What about you, Jay?
I think you pretty much summed it up there with the PogChamp. I don't know how I can top that.
No.
Stay safe.
Have a Poggers day, everybody. Stay safe. And we will see you.
That made Jimmy look so uncomfortable.
I hate it. We'll see you next Friday for episode 15. In the meantime,
Oh, yeah.
love you all. Stay safe and good.
Love you all very much.
Bye.
Bye,
I
guys.
love you, bigger.
Bye.
Goodbye.